Hello everyone, Denise from Connectarium to bring some quick reflections about this week from June 29th until July 5th, very important period of the year for us. So I would like to have a chat with you about that. We are in this eclipse season at the moment and we are heading to the last one on the 5th of July. It's already a very sensitive season where eclipses we have the chance to have this dance of light and shadow and kind of to see what we were not able to see and to have a light into the areas of our lives that the eclipses are touching. So July 5th is going to be the eclipse. I'm going to make a separate video about that. We just had the entrance of Mars, the god of the war, which is our action, the way we act. In its sign of domicile, I will put a video here, a card that is explaining in detail this staying of Mars in Aries for a long time, for 6 months, giving us the courage, being brave to do stuff, to put our life into action. 2 days after Mars entered Aries, we had Venus. It's actually its lover, right? With the ruler of Libra, the opposite sign of Aries, back to its direct motion, kind of returning Venus to us to remind us how important it is to balance our action, our courage, our impulsiveness, our anger with Mars, taking advantage of Venus, of relationships, of going into the middle and not being very going to the extremes. So we have now Venus in the direct movement. We also need to remind ourselves of the astrological context we are in 2020. We are going to see again part of the meeting that is taking place in the sky with the big important goddess we have there, right? So we had Pluto and Saturn in the beginning of the year mirroring a lot of what we're going through. Remember, we are facing very, very rare aspects in the sky. Some conjunctions that took 500 years, 600 years to happen again. So it's very, very important. So first, Pluto and Saturn, right? The big teacher, Saturn meeting the god of the underworld, Pluto, in the beginning of the year, in the sign of Capricorn, trying to understand what's happening in our society, how we are making things happening, what is the status quo all about, and asking us a big revision, as we can see. Then we had Jupiter and Pluto meeting throughout the year, and this second meeting is happening this first week of July again. So they met in April, they are meeting in July, they will meet again in November. So they're saying Jupiter, which is our expansion, our way to go abroad and think differently, our faith, justice, all of that hand in hand with Pluto, which is this god of the underneath, saying in order for us to expand, we need to deep dive. We need to let go things that are not working anymore. So they have another meeting in exact degree in this first week of July. On the top of that, if that was not enough, we have another important point of happening in this week. Saturn, which was also, who was already also in this meeting in Capricorn, was for 3 months or so in the sign of Aquarius, but now it is retrograding back to Capricorn, kind of entering this room with Pluto and Jupiter as well, checking on us, right? From July 1st until December 17th, the god of the structure of the things well done is checking if we are doing our homework. So this return of Saturn into Capricorn is very curious for us in the astrological community, how it's going to figure, right? What are we doing on this big restructuring of society? So they will check upon us from July 1st. It may be back on the point we have this meeting falling into our charts, we have also something reminding us, those three together again, reminding us to really review the things we need to review, to revise, okay? And then the final of the week, we have July 5th, culminating this last eclipse season at 13 degrees of Capricorn on July 5th. It's a full moon. It's going to be a lunar eclipse then. And we need to remind ourselves that we are very sensitive during eclipse seasons. Let's breathe. Let's see where is the point of inflections in our lives that we can make adjustments. People are much more sensitive, usually in full moons normally, and a full moon with eclipse. So remind us to check and kind to see what we were unable to see without this very big season. Okay, so some of the reflections for the week. I hope we have the energy to use this Mars in a very good and productive way. Remind ourselves of the harmony that Venus is supposed to bring with Mars. And also deep dive into the homework we need to do with all this sky configuration, so we are able to get to the end of the year and able to structure our plans in a much more deeper way, having done the homework we're supposed to do right now. Okay, well, I'll see you around. I hope this reflections resonates with you. Let me know how it feels, or if how it brings reflections into our life. Would love to hear. I also see at Instagram when you have a chance. Take care. Bye bye.